One.
Hi, I'm going to read you our book, Marshmellows for Martians. A boy called George had a marvellous idea one night as he gazed at the stars. I'll go and find out what sweets Martians like best. So he planned his first mission to Mars. So George built a rocket and packed up his bag with a star map and plenty of treats. The bag full to bursting, he threw out his lunch so he'd have enough room for his sweets. He packed lollipops and toffees and chocolate drops. He took chews with a sharp lemon zest. There were gobstoppers, jelly beans, humbugs and mints, and marshmallows, his absolute best. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! As George blasted off and zoomed up into space, he looked at his map of the stars. He checked out the window and steered to the left and set his course straight towards Mars. Past satellites, comets and drifting space junk, George steered without even a bump. Then he finally saw a red planet appear, and he landed on Mars with a thump. George opened the door in a cloud of red dust. He jumped out and he looked all around. At first he saw no sign of alien life, but he could hear a very loud sound. George followed the noise to the top of a rock and peered down on an alien parade. Their outfits were shocking, but far worse than that. They were yodeling yowls that they made. "Excuse me," said George as he jumped from the rock. "Are you Martians?" he asked with a smile. "We're yodelers from Yodel," their leader replied, "and we've not had a snack for a while." So George gave the yodelers some treats that he bought. He gave them all lollies with a lick. Then they gobbled the jelly beans up in a flash until they began to feel sick. "What have you done to our tummies?" they roared. "I'm terribly sorry," George said, "but maybe you won't be so greedy next time." And he picked up his sweets and he fled. George hid in a crater, but soon heard a bang, like the clashing of very loud drums. He peeped out and spotted an alien band with cymbals attached to their buns. "Are you Martians?" called George, running up with a grin. "No, we're Bangbots from Wang Banga 2. We've come to this planet to bang on our drums, but we might take a break to eat you." "You don't want to eat me," said George with a gulp. "These sweets are much tastier, you'll see." The Bangbots crammed gobstoppers into their mouths and chewed on toffee with glee. But the Bangbots soon found that their teeth were stuck tight, and they howled and they roared in dismay. Then they started to bang on their cymbals in rage, so George turned and scrambled away. His sweets almost gone, George slumped to the ground. "I give up. Those Martians have gone. There are too many visitors making a noise." But just then, George heard a sweet song. Suddenly, little green aliens popped up with short, stumpy legs and 3 eyes. They stomped towards George, looking grumpy and glum, and they moaned and they wailed with great sighs. "Are you Martians?" gasped George. "Well, yes, we are," they replied. "And we're fed up with alien musicians. They've come to our planet and they make such a din, and they never ask us for permission." "Can you help us?" the Martians begged George in despair, as a rock band from Saturn drew near. But just as the sound of guitar filled the air, picked up the bag with the last of his sweets and called to the Martians, "Come here." Then he took the marshmallows and carefully pushed one soft sweet into each Martian ear. "Hooray!" cried the Martians. "We can't hear a thing. You've made it so peaceful. Yippee!" And George jumped in his rocket and waved them goodbye, and he zoomed back to Earth for his tea. I hope you enjoyed it, and please see the website for the questions we're going to ask about it.